Welcome, community members and stakeholders of Okaloosa County. I want to thank all of you for coming here today and having this discussion with us. So, quickly today, I'm going to go over the agenda. So, we're going to talk about the planning that went behind creating our budget. We're going to hopefully justify that budget deal, legal justifications, how we're going to promote the continuous success for our school, which is something everyone wants. We're going to advocate for the school's technology, and then strategies to manage the uncertainty. So, unfortunately, we are here today because we are faced with the difficult task of having to eliminate one teacher and 10% of our Title I budget, uh, the funding behind that. So, although this is very dismal, we will continue to make this the best educational atmosphere for the students. We want to make this a transition where it's still everybody can find success and it be an equitable environment. So currently in the United States, they are going to be or talking about reducing federal Title I funding by 26% and then the overall education budget by 15%. So we are feeling the effects of that, but we did strategically create a plan and we want to present that to you today and get your input, hear your voices. So I want to start off with the school mission. This is something that we're going to refer to a lot today, and it's something that goes behind every decision we make. So we prepare all students to achieve excellence by providing the highest quality education while we empower each individual to positively impact their family, community, and the world, all while they become more whole-rounded individuals. When we created this budget, we always keep our mission in mind. Every decision we make, we keep that mission in mind. We use prior data so we can continue to maintain a successful environment for our kids. And this is student achievement, enrollment numbers, the diversity of our student enrollment, and then we go off the needs assessments. We collaborate with stakeholders. We reference back to our school improvement plan or our SIP, and we revisit that throughout the year. We don't just put that up on a shelf. We revisit it. We ensure that all the needs are being met. And then we create this budget with an end goal being an equitable and efficient environment where everyone can grow and be ready to move on to that next step in their lives. So looking at the data, we have 1,114 students enrolled, grades 6 through 8. We have 265 total ESC or special education students, and then 137 total ESOL kids. We have 58 basic teachers hired on, two special education teachers, and then two ESL teachers. And then we have an additional $432,225 funded to us through the Title I program. We were able to hire on last year 12 staff members with those funds, and that included some core teachers, paras, curriculum support, program monitors, and family resource teachers. So here's a quick look at the data. These are the spreadsheets that we actually made. This is what we see. So justifying our current staffing, we have 54 teachers, 12 teachers for each core subject, math, English, language arts, science, and social studies. With the amount of teachers that we have for these core subjects, it keeps a lower student to teacher ratio, which we really like to see in the classroom. We have a variety of elective teachers hired on that teach a variety of different arts. We've got dance, we have music, we have the drama program, which we will get into a little bit later from now. Um, and then we've got four ESC special education and ESOL teachers. This helps keep our school a more equitable environment, though everyone can succeed. With the help of these teachers. They can also help support teachers and provide a classroom experience where they can find that success. And then under the IDEA Act, having these sorts of teachers fulfills our requirements legally. And then support staff, we have paras to do more one-on-one support for students, and that also goes under IDEA. And then we have Title I hires, so we just have some extra core teachers hired on to lower those student to teacher ratios, which creates a smaller environment, which kids do better in. So now, where will we see the budget cuts? We will have to take one teaching position, which frankly we are going to we're going to cut the drama teacher in the drama program. When we made this decision, we factored in, weighed everything. We factored in the fact that we want to create this or maintain this equitable environment that lines up with our school mission. And we have so many different art programs already for the kids that they are able to express themselves in. So we also went ahead and looked, and the drama program does have a larger funding budget that we have to provide. So with this also we're able to allocate those funds to other programs and help enrich those programs. Um, we're going to take 10% of our Title I budget, and instead of taking multiple support staff to get up to that $42,225 dollars, or $43,225, we ended up cutting one core teacher, and that's going to be a social studies teacher from the seventh grade. Seventh grade had the least amount of enrolled students, so we felt that they would feel it a little bit less in that area. We wanted to avoid cutting the instructional support staff and the like ESL and then special educations ethically, because we want to create that inclusive, equitable environment for all kids to find success, and we rely so heavily on those support staffs. Um, Although we are cutting the drama program, kids are still able to express themselves artistically through dance and music, and there's lots of room for cross-curriculum areas where they could still put on a performance. So, ethically, we maintain an artistic environment where students can still broaden their horizons and explore a lot of different areas. So technological spending, moving on to this. So technology is one of the most expensive items that schools are having to deal with, and that's on purchasing them, maintaining it, repairing, updating, the different softwares we use. So we aim to have this technologically advanced school so that students can learn in the best way that suits them. And we allocate a large portion of funds to ensure that our school is up to date and is preparing kids to get out there in the future, which is just growing in technology. So we try and get our kids as ready as possible. So our plan does promote continuous success in the schools. It allows for students to still explore artistic opportunities even when that drama program is not there. It upholds a diverse variety of options. They can choose many different artistic electives to express themselves. It allows the school to maintain a sustainable environment. So there is some research, and on average, a drama program needs about $11,000 in funding, just for that program to be able to put on a play and stuff like that. So with this extra funding, we can help make technological advancements. We could fund other programs. And then this does also uphold an equitable environment. Because we are allowing other students to still thrive in other places artistically and divert those funds to help create that more equitable space. It allows for our ESC and SPED programs to be protected. So we're keeping our pairs and our ESC and SPED directors in there because we need those people to help bring up the students who may be um, not as seen. And it upholds our school mission by keeping the support staff. It reflects our attitude to help students achieve excellence through getting the best education we could possibly give, and that's all students. And then it also, lastly, will uphold the democracy of the school by it maintains an inclusive, clear conversation with stakeholders by having this conversation with you all. Where it's a fair and objective decision. We looked at the data, um, and we're trying to be as transparent as possible with you all. So advocating for the school's technology, we do it coherently. We want to link the technology uses to our learning outcomes, show you how it's going to help us learn better or help our kids learn better, provide the data on student achievement when there was technology, and then we're going to provide our cost effectiveness. Equitably, we want to highlight the fact that technology can close those gaps in student learning. It can help students bring them up to that next level. And then systematically, we want to use previous data, provide long-term plan. We're not going to just give you some short little spiel. I mean, we want to give you the long-term plan with clear numbers, transparent facts. So we want to manage the uncertainty. We're going to be clear. We want to be upfront in every decision we make with you all. We don't want anyone to be left in the dark or be surprised when they hear the information. We want to hold forums like what we're having right now for everybody's voices to be heard, and we want to provide the hard, cold facts and the data on the matter. We want to support our stakeholders. We want to encourage you guys to voice your ideas, tell us your opinions. I want to remind all of you, if you are feeling the loss of this, we have counselors if you need to talk to them about, the drama program being cut. I know this does affect a lot of people. And then politics have changed to provide support. We want to continue leading this school with one thing in mind, and that's student success. We want them to be successful. We have an open door policy. You can come to us, we'll hear your concerns, and we will be transparent and we will rely on our SIP. And it is published, everyone can see that. I want to thank everybody for coming out here. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Come up, talk to us. Thank you guys.